Hi friends, I'm Ava. Welcome back to Small Town Cozy Home. There is something so incredibly peaceful about a home that feels like a breath of fresh air. Today, we are stepping inside a beautiful white cottage farmhouse, heavily inspired by that timeless, airy aesthetic we've all come to love from Joanna Gaines. As the summer sun starts to pour through the windows, there's no better time to embrace the simplicity of farmhouse white, layered with the textures of old wood, chippy paint, and fresh garden greens. In today's tour, I want to show you how to take those classic fixer-upper elements and weave them into your own home to create a space that feels both modernly fresh and deeply nostalgic. We'll look at how to style open shelving, how to choose the right shades of white for a summer refresh, and how to make a large room feel intimate and tucked in. Before we begin, I'd love to know, do you have a favorite white treasure in your home? Maybe it's a set of old ironstone plates, a hand-me-down cream quilt, or even a whitewashed stool you found at a yard sale. I'd love to hear about the pieces that make your heart happy in the comments below. When we talk about a Joanna Gaines-inspired living room, the foundation is almost always a beautiful, neutral palette. But the secret to making a white room feel like a home, and not a cold museum, is texture. For our summer tour, we're looking at slip-covered sofas in a soft linen or heavy cotton duck. They are so practical for a busy home, aren't they? You can just toss them in the wash after a busy weekend with the grandkids. To get this look, try layering a chunky jute rug under a softer, faded vintage-style rug. It grounds the room and adds that organic earthiness that defines farmhouse decor. On the coffee table, which might be an old trunk or a reclaimed wood piece, keep it simple for summer. A simple wooden dough bowl filled with moss spheres or a few white hydrangeas in a clear glass jar is all you need. Remember, in a white cottage, the clutter is replaced by character. Look for architectural salvage, like an old window frame or a set of corbels, to add height and history to your walls without adding visual noise. The kitchen is truly where the white cottage style shines. If you're dreaming of a kitchen makeover or just a simple summer refresh, start with your vertical spaces. Open shelving is a hallmark of this style, but the trick is to keep it functional. I love grouping my white ironstone pitchers together. They have such a wonderful weight and history to them. For a summer touch, swap out any heavy ceramic canisters for clear glass jars filled with everyday staples like flour, sugar, or even dried lavender. It brings a bit of the general store nostalgia into your home organization. If your cabinets feel a bit dark, a fresh coat of buttermilk white or creamy dove can completely transform the space into a bright farmhouse kitchen. And don't forget the textiles. A simple blue and white ticking stripe tea towel hanging from the oven handle adds just a tiny pop of classic color that feels so right for July and August. These affordable home upgrades really do make the biggest difference in how we feel while we're making morning coffee. I'm so glad you're here with me today. If you're enjoying this tour, I'd love for you to join our little community by leaving a comment about your favorite summer memory in the kitchen. Moving into the dining area, the focus is the farmhouse table. Whether yours is a family heirloom or a new piece made to look old, summer is the time to let the wood grain show. Instead of a heavy tablecloth, try a simple grain sack runner down the center. For our Joanna-inspired look, we're using a mix of black spindle chairs and maybe a long wooden bench on one side. For a summer centerpiece, think picked from the path. A galvanized bucket filled with Queen Anne's lace, or simple sunflowers, brings the outdoors in beautifully. This is a great interior design tip. Use multiples for impact. 3 identical white pitchers of different heights, each holding a few green stems, looks much more intentional than a scattered collection of small items. It keeps the cottage feeling collected, but not cluttered. Our summer tour continues into the most private sanctuary of the home, the bedroom. To achieve that white cottage farmhouse feel here, it's all about the bedding. I always suggest a high-quality white quilt as your base layer. It's breathable for the warmer months and looks so crisp against a wooden or iron bed frame. If you have a corner that feels a bit empty, create a little nook of nostalgia. A vintage wicker chair with a faded floral pillow and a small side table for your tea and a book creates a destination within the room. This is where those small kitchen ideas can cross over. Use a vintage silver tray on the nightstand to hold your jewelry or a small glass carafe. It adds a touch of old-fashioned elegance that makes every day feel a bit more special. Home decor ideas don't have to be expensive. Sometimes it's just about moving a beautiful object from the kitchen to the bedroom to see it in a new light. Finally, we step out toward the light. Whether you have a full sunroom or a small covered porch, this is the bridge between your cozy interior and the beauty of nature. To keep the Joanna Gaines inspiration going, use black metal lanterns and plenty of greenery. Ferns are the quintessential summer plant for an American cottage. They are lush, inexpensive, and look stunning against white siding or brick. If you have an old wooden ladder, lean it against the wall to display a few lightweight summer throws. It's practical for those cooler evenings and adds a lovely vertical element to your decorating. This is what gentle homemaking is all about, anticipating the needs of the family while making the surroundings beautiful. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today in this bright white cottage. I hope these ideas gave you a little spark of inspiration for your own summer home improvement projects, or just a moment of peace in your busy day. If you enjoyed this tour, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Small Town Cozy Home. It truly helps our community grow, and I would love to have you back for our next visit. Don't forget to tell me about your favorite white treasure in the comments. Until next time, keep your heart and your home cozy.